video of just general tactics. So basic tactics that apply to pretty much every army, but specifically I'll be talking about Imperial Guard. Alright, as you can see here, this is part of my 1750 list. Some of the tactics here I'm going to mention that not a lot of people notice, not a lot of people think about it. Some people do it anyway, but what's really important, if my camera will focus, hold on. What's really important is to think really, really carefully about each of the weapon upgrades and options that you add to each squad. This is my platoon command squad. If you'll notice, it's got 2 grenade launchers, and it's got a missile launcher. I sometimes take an autocannon with them. What you want to think of is, well, if I'm shooting with the grenade launchers, what am I shooting at? Most likely, you're shooting at infantry. It's strength 6 AP4, I believe, so you're shooting at light infantry for the most part, or heavy infantry, but they'll still get their saves, or you're shooting the blast into crowds of gaunts and stuff. So if you're shooting at primarily infantry, they can glance an armor 12 vehicle. So if you can go up to armor 12, you can kill infantry pretty good with the blast. Well, then this missile launcher makes a whole lot of sense because it has a blast. So if you want to kill infantry with this squad, you've got 3 blasts coming out of it. That is an effective choice. An autocannon is also very effective because the autocannon's 1 strength higher. You can take out the same vehicles with them for the most part. Same armor piercing if you're shooting at infantry. So what wouldn't make sense is to have like a missile launcher here or a mortar and give these guys like melta-guns or flamers. That just wouldn't make any sense. The range isn't far enough. They're not shooting the same targets. You know, if I've got a mortar and a melta-gun, I mean, it's just stupid. Don't do that. So pay attention to what you're adding into the squads. If I shoot the missile launcher at a vehicle, there's a good chance these guys can hurt it too with strength 6. So it's a really good combo. 3 blasts in 1 squad. It's nice. In my infantry squads, I always run the autocannon and the grenade launcher. They both have AP4. They can both kill a lot of the same things. So if I'm shooting at infantry with this, I can shoot the blast with the grenade launchers, and it allows... I really don't like putting like las cannons, missile launchers into my normal infantry squads, because if I'm shooting a missile launcher at a vehicle, well, what are all the rest of my guys going to do? They're going to sit there and waste points. So I want to use my infantry. Things that can only kill infantry, I want to give weapons that are meant for infantry. If I'm out of range with my guardsmen, yeah, I might shoot my autocannon at a vehicle, like a rhino or something, but I think it's a real waste to give them a solely anti-armor weapon. Yeah. So this is a lesson I learned a long time ago when I was playing my Eldar, since I started with them. The Eldar are kind of a really tricky army to get the hang of. The trick with the Eldar is that everything is specialized. Everything has a specific purpose it's supposed to achieve, and it's not really awesome at anything else. You get fire dragons, they're killing vehicles, maybe monsters, creatures. You take them after an infantry squad, you're going to kill some, but it's a waste of points. You're taking banshees, they're good in close combat, that's it. They're good in close combat against a specific thing, and that's it. Everything is useful for a small list of things, and you have to you have to be very well at choosing what to attack with each thing, and depending on what dies or doesn't die, what your backup is. If you only have 1 anti-armor that's really good anti-armor, but they die, you're out of luck. So the Eldar are very specialized in that way, and you have to kind of play your guard army this way too. You specialize each squad to do a specific task, and you have enough redundancy that any of them can die and you'll still be okay. This applies to all of the armies. I mean, if you're running Space Marines, you don't give them, the flamer and like a las cannon. It's a waste of points. So just keep that in mind when you're, specialize each individual squad. Every squad has its purpose or purposes that it's entirely meant for. Chimera squads are some of my primary anti-armor with their 2 melta-guns. I've got the flamer in there because everything's moving forward. I don't have a las cannon in there or a missile launcher because these guys are going to be on the move the whole time. They are meant to be mobile. They're meant to shoot the melta guns out of the top of the Chimera. Sentinels have weapons to outflank and hit rear armor. And that's all they have. That's all they do. My armored Sentinels have the autocannons running around just shooting the same anti-infantry stuff. Everything has a very specific purpose. This is Vanquisher here. Vanquisher battle cannon, las cannon, sometimes multi-melta sponsons with Pask. It is a beast at killing vehicles, and it does nothing else well. So specialize, specialize, specialize.